Hey guys, Rubby Lee James here, back with another video. As you guys can see, I did most of my locks, so I'm going to just pop in here and show you guys how I do the last three, and then after that I'm going to give you guys like a couple of pointers after I dip them and show you guys like the final look with like my baby hair and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna record that now because I'm super tired after doing all this, so I might record like that tomorrow, and then I have a couple that I have to like fix, as you guys can see, that are like frizzy. But it was my very first time doing it, so I think I did really, really well. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna show you guys these last three, and then again, I'll pop back in here after I dip them and tell you guys some more details. Okay guys, so we're about to get started with the first dread. I'm taking a piece of the hair. They're already separated into sections for you, so you just take one of the thicker sections and put it right over the top of your dread. Holding that shorter piece, I'm going to wrap it around that dread. So I'm holding that shorter piece, my dread, in one hand and using my other hand to wrap that around about 4 to 6 times. Then I'm going to be taking another piece of hair. So I'm just grabbing that all together in that one hand, taking another piece of hair, laying it over the top just like I did the first time, and then holding it tight and then wrapping that around. And now I'm going to wrap it at the root again, another like 4 to 6 times. Please don't make the mistake I did. I made them way too close to my scalp, so it was so tight. So make sure you're wrapping downward and not so close to the root of your head, so you don't have such a sore head and hair is not pulled out. So then you are just continuing down, wrapping all of the hair together, and you need to make sure you're getting it very tight at the top, guys. You don't want your real hair to peek through, and that will definitely happen if you're not making sure you're getting it really, really tight. And then another thing is, guys, that I'm making sure that when I'm wrapping that piece of hair I'm wrapping, you see how I'm doing that? Holding it really tight in the spot where I've wrapped already. And then I'm not wrapping it in a way where the hair that's wrapping is tight or small. It's in a way where it's long, so that it can wrap around that hair. I'm not like twisting it and then twisting it around, because that'll look more like a twist. When I first started doing the dreads, I had a good amount of them that kept looking like twists. So just make sure you're extending that hair so that it's spread out to wrap around the other hair. Keep it tight, guys, especially once you're getting to the end of your real hair. Keep it tight and go over it multiple times too. Make it thicker so that way it won't just slide down, because I had a couple dreads that did that as well. So you're just going to continue to wrap. You can see my piece of hair has gotten very short now. So now it's time for me to add another piece in. So I'm just going to take that extra piece of hair, just like I did before. I'm going to lay it across using that side as the part that we're keeping together. And then I'm just going to twist that other side and then start twisting it around. You see, I kind of transitioned into that. You're wanting to make sure this is very tight as well. That way it doesn't unravel or move while you're trying to wrap it. But once you kind of wrapped it once or twice, you can see it's really steady and tight. So you're just going to keep going just like that all the way down the dread until the entire thing has been wrapped and it's as long as the rest. Don't forget to check the length of the dread once you get farther down too, because you don't want all of them to be like different sizes. I did have like one that was way longer than a lot of the rest, so definitely make sure you're extending it downwards and checking to make sure that it's about the same length. I was really finding it easier to measure by me holding the dread that's in the same area on the other side of my head and comparing those, because you can compare it to the ones that are like on the same side, and then one side of your hair can end up being longer than the other. So you definitely want to remember to do that. So we're just going to continue to wrap, and I'm going to let you guys keep watching as I do it. I'm hoping you guys can learn. I know that I'm a beginner as well, and so some of these techniques are probably so trashy, but I'm just trying to show you guys how I did my hair. So if this doesn't help you guys learn to do yours, I'm sorry, but definitely ask me any questions you have, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Also, guys, really quick, I am going to switch the one that I'm using to wrap with the one that I was wrapping, because the one that I was wrapping is now very long, longer than I need it. And the one that I was using to wrap is now too short to finish, even after adding that third piece of hair in. And I was really not trying to use too much hair and run out. So I needed to find a way to improvise. So I actually taught myself that, because I didn't know it was going to work, but it did end up working. And so you kind of see me do that there, where I kind of switched it and made it so that I was using the one to wrap now as the base, and using the one that I was wrapping before as the wrap this time, to get all the way down the dread. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that real quick, just in case you were like, what's she doing? So keep watching. This is actually the moment where I'm showing you guys that I just switched it. So now you see that really extra long piece is being used to wrap, because I am going over that same spot multiple times to set that in stone, because I am switching a piece of hair, and I don't want it to make it look messy or how it's not supposed to look, and I do want it to fall like naturally, and then also not unravel. So I'm just really, really wrapping that tight, and really wrapping it multiple times to make sure that it is secure and it won't move, just to get my dread to be long like the rest without having to add more hair. Yay, we're at the end of the dread or lock. So now I'm just going to take the hair and go back up and down the dread, like going up to make it basically lock in place at the bottom, so that I can put my lighter to it a little bit and really get it to stay and not have to worry about it coming undone. So you're just doing your best to wrap the little stringly stranglies. Y'all know I always call them that, the little stringly stranglies at the bottom. You wrap it up and wrap it back down until it's all nice and neat and tight. Wrappy, wrappy, wrappy. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and burn it. So I know I'm going up higher than people usually go. I didn't want my hard work to go to waste being new. So I did want to just kind of make sure that it wasn't going to come undone. I do want to say that because I did that, the ends of my dreads were more crispier than they probably would have been. It didn't bother me or anything like that, but I did want to let you guys know, just as a disclaimer. So let's go ahead and get these other 3 done. All I just did just then was cut the stranglies off that were making it more difficult for me to use the hair or lay the hair across where I was trying to get it, whatever. And then I also separated my 3 strands for each dread so that way I don't have to, because you don't want to be stuck trying to detangle hair while you're trying to get a piece. So get your pieces ready before you do your lock. So I'm just doing the same thing I did before, wrapping it around 4 to 6 times with the first strand, and then gonna do the same thing with another piece of the hair. So one hair is for wrapping, one hair is for the length, which will probably end up switching at some point during the whole locks process. But yes, let's get it.
I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. The more I see it, the more that it becomes so true. There ain't no other for me, it's only you. Be down with what you go through. I wanna be down. I wanna be down. I wanna be down. No matter the time of day and night, it's gonna be down. Wanna be down.
Yo, hear me now. Anybody do that dance and nasty up and them nasty up. Fix things, quick things, loopings. Well, alright then. Can you see me a cleanest? Those when me rocking at the fucking realest. Ching ching. Inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his squeeze silicone and real bless. Can I blow a breeze for the head of me?
So you'll notice that I did make that one a little shorter. I did that because I wanted to do bangs and stuff like that, and I thought it would be helpful for me to have a smaller dread in the front for bangs because of just long bangs look weird to me. Like, they just look hella weird. So, well, not long, but super long. So I really, I don't regret that choice. I thought it looked cute. It gave me like dimension in my locks, and it gave me like kind of, it looked like I had layers. So we only have one left. Yay. Let's get through.
Venus, coolest breeze that me rocking a sleeveless. Ease out.
Make sure you don't get your baby hairs inside of your front dreads, guys. Continuously keep pulling your baby hairs out while you're at the root, because even if you do it once or twice, they could still end up in there. So continuously, every time you wrap, pull your baby hair while you're at the top. And then once you get down further, then you don't have to worry.
Shelby Drive, look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Faux flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 700 3i5s. Look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I split it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. See, no one else will do what you do. That's why I'm mine. Spend my life with you. I wanna please you any way I can. I wanna share my world. Don't you understand? Love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long.
So just like last time, I made that one a little shorter. That's how I got my layer look, my little dimension look. And it just came in handy to have shorter dreads in the front. All right, I'll be back to show you guys it dipped. Hi guys. So I thought that it would be a good idea for me to go ahead and do the outro for my hair video. It's been like a week since I did my hair. Probably even a little longer than that, actually. I'll insert the exact time on the screen. But I just finished filming my haul video, which will be uploaded shortly after this one, and I wanted to let you guys know the final review on my hair. I showed you guys how I did it, and I didn't show you guys how it looked after it got dipped, but it just laid down. Like when you dip your hair, you guys don't really need to see that part of it, because it's like, you already know, it just isn't as stiff as when I had first done it, because I dipped it. Now obviously they're a lot more frizzy since the last time you guys saw them, because it's been like a week or whatever. I also had some at the very bottom that I had to repair. You can even kind of still see one has like some stuff kind of starting to stick out right there, but there were some way worse. Like, they were unraveling. Like, my whole dread was poking out of a couple, like my real dread. So I had to fix it, but my head was way too sore. My head was freaking sore, you guys. The whole scalp. It was the whole scalp for me. Like, the woman who I looked and researched videos to do the hair, she said don't do them too tight. This being my very first time ever doing it on me or anyone else, I tried not to do them too tight, but at the same time when I was doing it, I was thinking like, I don't want them to come apart either, because I don't know what I'm doing here for real. So I made them way too tight. Now they've loosened because it's been like a while since I did it. So like, the hair has grown out. Like, my hair has grown out. But you see what I mean, you guys? Like, I had to go in and repair so many dreads, and like, there's still is some that are like tripping. But it was my first time doing this ever. So I think that the final result, even with me having to repair a few like down the line, they don't look bad at all. I would definitely do it again, because I know for a fact next time I won't have these problems, because I know what I did wrong. It's really just like wrapping the hair. I was going down the shaft and I was in a rush, because not even in a rush, but my hands were tired. So I was just kind of like trying to do it, and you have to like wrap the hair around while it's like straight up and down, like not like a twist where the hair can be kind of twisted already. Each strand could be twisted before you do a twist. Like this, you need to hold it so that the hair is like spread out kind of, which you can kind of see that in my little tutorial portion of the video earlier. So go back and kind of look at that again. But that's the key to it, that wrapping it really tight, but not at the tip. So you go around the tip, not all close to your roots, but like a little farther down basically. But do it tight, but not on your root, like farther down from your root. And that's gonna stop you from having the headaches and the pain that I had, because I mean, I'm talking about like, I almost took this shit out, y'all. Like, it was very painful, and it even probably pulled out some of my real hair, because this stuff is heavy. This is heavy hair. And so it's just like, it didn't do anything that bad, obviously, or else it wouldn't be in here still. But like, I definitely know that I'm gonna have like little sore scalp and dry scalp issues after I take this hair out from me having this style and doing it way too tight. So just please don't do it too tight, you guys. Just do it a little looser, just a little farther from the, not looser, but a little farther from your root, just a little, and then you won't have that issue. And then the unraveling excuse me, the unraveling, you won't have that problem as long as you are wrapping it multiple times. Don't try and like, it's not like a candy cane or whatever where you're just going down. Like, you have to a couple times, like, you know, before you move down, you have to the same spot a few times before you move down. That's what's going to stop yours from unraveling, your real hair from peeking out, things like that. But other than that, like I said, it was a success. I recommend it. I know I saved so much money, like at least $200 I saved doing my own hair. It took me 12 hours total, But that's pretty normal, even for someone who's a professional, to do a style like this. So I did really well. And then my arms and stuff weren't as sore as I thought when I was done. It was just my hand that I used to wrap each dread. That hand was so sore, but the rest wasn't. And it wasn't it wasn't excruciating. It wasn't like I was unable to like move it or do anything crazy like that. Like I had to take hella breaks. No, I knocked it out. Now, I mean, we're two different people, a few different people. So I don't know how it's going to be for you, but for me, that's how it felt. I would just rate just doing the style a total 10 out of 10 for me, because I learned so much. It was a great experience. I love the result. Like, the fact that I can keep it in for a good amount of time is definitely worth all the trouble that I put into learning. And then I would also, just as a final recommendation, guys, if you have someone to practice on, a friend, sister, a mannequin, doll, or even just your hair, if you need to just do a couple practice ones, be prepared for that. Like, before the day that you're actually wanting to do your hair, do a few practice ones on your hair just to see how it comes out and to just get your what do they call it, your rhythm. So that's all I wanted to say about the faux locks over my real locks and closing out this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned how to do your own hair and save some money, or if not, just maybe got a little bit of entertainment watching me do my own, if that's something that you guys like to do and watch. Other than that, I hope you guys do subscribe to my channel, and then go ahead and like this video, give it a nice big thumbs up, and then comment anything. You guys know I'm always open to any types of constructive criticism, so let me know what you guys want to see more of, what you want to see less of, and anything that you guys want to comment down below. And then subscribe for sure, and turn your post notifications on so that way you guys don't miss any of my new content. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys. Have a great day.